Hello, Gloria.
Hello,
Mari.
teacher. How are you?
Cold.
Cold. You have a sunny day behind you.
Only the picture, Gloria. Only the picture. It's so cold.
Oh, so cold. I look, the weather is about 1 degrees over there in the night.
It's -1 now.
Minus. Oh my
Yes.
God. It's
Yes.
very, very cold.
Yes. I think it's cold. Okay. But
Do you
it's
have
okay.
heater aí? Heater there?
Heater.
Heater.
Yes, I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm just waiting for Oscar to get in. Yes. Hello, Oscar. Hi, Vanessa. How are you, my dear? Hello, Cecilia.
Hi, teacher.
How are you? Good?
I'm good. Good, and you?
I hope to
Hi,
be good
teacher.
too. Hello, Cecilia. Okay, guys. Let me just, I sent you the links today, but I did not send you a new material. We have not finished the material from last week. We still have to finish that. But the reason why I haven't sent you the new material, I would like to tell everyone, is because there was a little emergency in my case.
What
Okay.
happened?
Yeah. With
What
me,
happened, teacher?
yes, with me, nothing. I hope nothing. But Saturday, my flatmate, I used to share the apartment because the apartment that I used to live was a very big apartment. There were 5 rooms in the apartment, understand? So it was a big apartment, but I shared with one engineer, okay? He's an aeronautical engineer. He's 38 years old, but we didn't see each other very often because he worked during the day. And when he came back home, I was always giving classes. So my contact with him was very limited. Sometimes I would see him on the weekend, or sometimes not even on the weekend because he would travel. But Saturday, he sent me a WhatsApp message saying he had been diagnosed with COVID-19.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And
Dangerous for you, teacher.
exactly, very dangerous. And he said, I'm very much worried about you. I have already spoken to the real estate agency that was responsible for the apartment, and contact them. They might need to transfer you to another apartment. So I will be isolated in this apartment because I cannot go out anymore. And you might be isolated in another apartment. So during the weekend, that's when I usually prepare all the material for the week. I had to pack everything and move. So I am in a new apartment, okay, alone.
Okay.
In the same building, teacher.
No, actually 3 kilometers away from the building where I used to live. It's practically the same neighborhood, but it's on the other side of it, okay? And so far, I have no problem, but I didn't have any physical contact with him. And we only share the kitchen, okay? But I didn't see him, but we were in the same kitchen, understand?
Yeah.
So
Here's the problem.
exactly. So the company decided to isolate both of us. So I am in one apartment all by myself, and he's in the other apartment because according to the doctors, he cannot go out of the apartment. Understand?
You are feeling well, teacher.
Yes. So far, thank God, I'm not with any symptom. Understand? I'm okay. I even splashed some perfume to see if I could smell it. Okay. I ate something. It was good. It tasted good. And he has already lost the sense of smell or the taste. But that is the only symptom he has so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, and preoccupation, huh?
Yes,
And
but
because the cold, teacher.
yes, it's extremely cold here, understand? But the number of cases in Piemonte, that's the region where I live, is increasing almost 2,000 cases per day.
Wow.
2000.
So 2,000 cases per day in the region. Okay.
Have died many people, teacher?
Gloria, I never look at the number of deaths.
No.
I look at the number of cases, but if you want to know, I don't know. I can't see here. I receive that information every day. Oh, let me see. Oh, just for you to have an idea, I said 2,000 cases, but yesterday there were 70, yesterday, November 22nd, there were 71,000 cases yesterday
Wow.
in the area. Today, there are 76,000 cases. So that means almost 5,000 new
increasing.
cases in one day. The number of deaths, okay, 5,646. Just recently, okay? So it is a big concern in Italy at the moment, okay?
Yeah, I see.
So I'm sorry I didn't have time to prepare the material because I needed to pack everything, sanitize everything.
Yes,
and,
yes. Very important.
And move as fast as possible, understand?
Yeah.
So I'm alone. I am in a nice apartment. They gave me a brand new apartment in a very old building, but the apartment is brand new. Everything inside is new. And now I'm answering your question, Gloria. You asked me if we have heaters. No, here I have a central air conditioning system with hot and cold air, okay? So at this moment, I set the internal temperature to 23 degrees, which is kind of okay, not hot.
It's a nice temperature.
Yes, it's 23, but it's cold. I think because it's an old building, so the insulation is not very effective, okay? But the apartment, I have nothing to complain. Everything is new. It smells new. New refrigerator, new stove, new cooker, new microwave, new toilet, new bathroom, new everything.
Is the same neighborhood or the other neighborhood?
Oscar, I am 3 kilometers from the old apartment, okay?
Okay.
In the direction of the center of the city, okay? To be honest with you, since I got here, I was trying to unpack, okay? And I have not been able to walk around to take a look at the neighborhood because there is a lockdown, okay? So maybe tomorrow I might have an excuse to go to a supermarket and then I would take a look at the neighborhood. At this moment, as we speak, I cannot tell you anything. I only know that my apartment is nice.
Teacher, but who's going to pay this new apartment? You?
Actually, no, because I had already paid for the other apartment. So they just gave me for the same price, the same conditions, okay? With the assurance that there will be nobody here sharing the apartment with me, at least until February. After February, that's the end of the contract that I have. And then I decide if I want to stay by myself. I don't know. Maybe things will be better. My wife will come. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay.
The good news is you will be alone. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But that was the intention, to keep
Yeah.
both of us alone. The
Yeah.
guy that tested positive is in, they call it residence isolation, okay? And I am also isolated in another apartment, okay? But I'm feeling okay. I'm just cold because it is cold, all
Yes,
right?
it is an important point. Yeah.
Yes, but tomorrow I will have a chance to take a look
No
around.
problem, no problem.
Okay, and I will prepare new material, all right? But today, I think we still have to finish talking about the memory, good or bad memory. I don't remember if
Yes.
we finished.
I don't remember anything.
Page,
So that means you
Page
have a bad
15.
memory,
I'm
right?
kidding, I'm kidding.
You have a bad memory, right?
Yes.
Oscar, it's not
I have
good.
a mark there, teacher.
Okay, but Oscar, it's not good to say that because they said as we age, we tend to lose the memory. Okay, so maybe it's a bad idea because you
My
review.
brain, it's working very well.
Yeah. Okay. So page
You
15.
you stopped
Page
in
15.
the longer a soldier stays at war.
Yes,
Okay.
it's okay.
Page 15.
I found here the longer. This part we
Yes.
read, Gloria, or no?
Would
No,
you-
no.
So,
You read now.
Okay, so I'm
You
not
go read
going
now.
to. Okay, just to refresh the memory of everyone.
Could you share your screen, teacher?
Yes.
Well, is it necessary? If you insist, yes,
Yes,
yes. Okay, if you think it's necessary, I'm sharing, okay?
Thank you.
But
Thank you very much.
you are very welcome. But for the ones that were not here last Friday, I will give a chance to listen again. So pay attention, especially to new words, okay? And
Okay.
then we will just finish reading and do the comprehension. That's what I have planned for tonight, okay? I have nothing
Okay.
else planned, I'm sorry. My mind was really worried about moving, sanitizing, I don't know, isolating myself, understand? I don't know. I was really concerned about the situation. I think I had never been so close to an infected person. We were in different rooms. We didn't share the bathroom, but he was like 20 meters away from me, understand? In the same house. So I think you can understand my situation. I was a
Yeah.
little bit worried, okay?
Yes, of course.
Yes,
So,
don't worry, don't worry.
Listen again, please. See if you have any word or expression that it's new for you. It concerns our memories, the good and the bad memories. One day, I hope to remember of these as a good memory.
Memory
yeah.
carried works. A person's memory can be like a mansion with many, many rooms. Some of the rooms you visit frequently, while others you may not enter for many years. As you age, some of these rooms may change, and you may remember things slightly differently than how they actually happened. In other cases, the rooms may stay the same, but the doors may become locked. Sometimes these rooms can only be unlocked if you find a special key. Some of these rooms you may enjoy visiting, some of them, you may just wish the door stayed shut. One of the keys that can often unlock a person's memory is a specific sensory input, something you can see, smell, touch, taste, or hear. There is the famous case of the novelist Marcel Proust, who tasted a madeleine, a kind of cookie, and it caused him to suddenly remember an enormous amount of his childhood, memories that had previously been locked away. He went on to write a 7-volume novel called In Search of Lost Time, in which he explored these memories and what they meant to him. Proust might not have written these volumes exactly as they are had he not eaten that fateful madeleine. As Proust demonstrates, while we can consciously summon certain memories, for example, if you try to think of your mother's face, you can almost certainly do it. There are others that visit us involuntarily. This has to do with how the human brain is wired. While much of the brain is still mysterious to scientists, it has been determined that the memory center of the brain, where memories are made and stored, is closely linked to the sensory center, where the brain controls and processes the body's senses. A certain sensory input, such as Proust's cookie, may fire up not just the sensory center, but the memory center, too. The senses you possess are a way for your brain to monitor what's going on outside. When you receive a particular sensory input, meaning one of your senses is stimulated, that sense will send a signal to your brain telling the information it just received. For example, when Proust tasted his cookie, the sense receptors on his tongue sent a message to his brain telling it how the madeleine tasted. The messages are signals transmitted along nerve cells until they reach the brain. When the brain receives these signals, it processes them and controls the body's reaction to them. Sense receptors react to many different types of inputs, including electromagnetic, mechanical, and chemical. In Proust's case, his tongue was sensing the chemical makeup of the cookie and its mechanical properties, such as the cookie's hardness and brittleness. When a nerve signal reaches the brain can react in a multitude of ways. Often the signal will trigger immediate behaviors or memories that happen automatically, without conscious decisions on your part. For example, let's say you're barefoot, and you step on something sharp. You probably wouldn't have time to think, gosh, that really hurts. Should I lift up my foot? Yes, I think I'll do that. Your brain, having registered the pain, reacts by lifting up your foot without you thinking about it. Just as your brain receives signals from its sense receptors through nerve cells, it can send out a command through nerve cells. In this case, your brain sent a signal to your foot telling it to move away from the sharp object. Not all behaviors your brain tells you to do are the best choices. If you're walking in the woods and you see a bear, your brain, having received the image of the bear through the eye's optic nerve, may start producing chemical compounds called hormones. Amongst other things, hormones affect moods and many behaviors. In this case, the brain will likely produce a hormone called adrenaline, which causes your body to gain energy and alertness. It may also send a signal to your legs that says, run. This is because your brain might have learned from experience that it is a good idea to run from danger. However, in this case, running from a bear is a bad idea. Instead, experts say people should back away from the bear at a relatively slow pace. If you run, the bear is more likely to chase. Hopefully, you will remember this fact, and the next time you see a bear in the woods, your brain will access the memory of what to do. The way the brain reacts to what it senses often has a lot to do with how it has learned to react in the past. Consider the case of a soldier who goes to war. When a soldier is on a battlefield, he or she very frequently feels unsafe. The soldier may believe that the enemy could strike at any time. As part of his or her training, the soldier has learned to stay alert for any signs of danger and, if one is detected, to react immediately. This is often very important, as any hesitation could result in harm to the soldier or his or her fellow soldiers. Good soldiers often learn to react automatically to certain kinds of danger, much like how people would react automatically when they step on something sharp. For example, if soldiers hear a gunshot, they may react immediately by dropping to the ground to avoid getting hit. The longer a soldier stays at war, the more his or her brain can become used to reacting in this way. The soldier's senses may become attuned to certain inputs they were never attuned to before the war. For example, his or her nose may begin to be alert for odors that signal danger, and the soldier's ears may become alert to certain sounds. If he or she successfully avoids danger using his or her senses in this way, then the soldier's brain would tell him or her to continue doing this. The brain may also become quicker at releasing hormones, such as adrenaline, if it has been trained to defend the body in this way. While these reactions may serve the soldier extremely well in a combat zone, they may not be as useful when he or she is at home. In fact, the soldier may have to spend some time readjusting to being in a place where the potential of danger is low. This is because the brain has become used to reacting to certain inputs in a particular way and may need some time to be trained to react in a different way. For example, on the battlefield, The brain might have learned to react to the sound of an airplane by producing adrenaline to prepare the soldier for action. However, if the soldier is away from the battlefield and hears a plane, this injection of adrenaline probably wouldn't help much. Soldiers, particularly soldiers who have been deeply affected by their time in combat, may, like Proust, be overwhelmed by a flood of memories when they receive certain sensory inputs. While some of these memories may be positive, others may be distressing. The 1998 film Saving Private Ryan featured scenes of the historic D-Day landing at Normandy Beach that were recreated in incredible detail. In the battle, many soldiers were killed. When the film was released, there were reports of veterans, particularly World War II veterans, who grew deeply disturbed at seeing the battle scenes. In part, this was because, by recreating the sights and sounds of battle, the film had unlocked many memories the veterans had of the war, some of which were very painful. Sometimes, triggering memories can be valuable for healing. Every year, many veterans visit the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. The memorial is a long wall into which the names of U.S. soldiers who died in the war are etched. Veterans visit the wall for many reasons, but it is nearly always an experience that draws up many emotional memories. Seeing the names and touching the wall can hurt, but it can also remind people of trusted friends whom they lost to the war. Without the wall, these memories might stay locked in a room.
Good. Was it clear, not clear? Is it still difficult to understand?
It's clear.
Clear.
Okay. So
Clear.
let's continue reading this. Vanessa, can you start reading the part, the longer a soldier stays at war, the more his or her brain can become used to reacting in this way?
Okay, the longer a soldier stays at war, the more his or her brain can become used to react in this way. The soldier's senses may become attuned to certain inputs they were never attuned to before the war. For example, his or her nose may begin to be alert for orders that signal danger, and the soldier's ears may become alert to certain sounds. If he or she successfully avoids danger, uses his or her senses in this way, then the soldier's brain would tell him or her to continue doing this. The brain may also become quicker at releasing hormones, such as adrenaline, if it has been trained to defend the body in this way.
Very good, my dear. Oh, I was expecting you mispronounce a word to correct, but not necessary. Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent reading. Any question about this?
No.
What's the tuned?
Unit.
Attuned is when you put in a certain symphony, you know? In the radio, you know? Like you always tune the radio to a certain channel that you like listening. Understand?
Yeah.
Understand.
Okay,
The
so
deal.
attuned is adjusted, okay? Understand? Adjusted.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Understand
senses
now.
may become adjusted to certain inputs that were never adjusted to before the war. Understand? For example, I will give you a practical and real example. If you are walking in a shopping mall and you smell almonds, you think, something good. Okay, almonds, especially when they make them fried, okay, and put a lot of sugar, and they sell in shopping malls in Europe, in the United States, in Canada. Okay, you can buy nuts, sweet nuts, you know, I think even at the airport of São Paulo, there is a place where they sell this. This smell is fantastic, right?
Yes.
Right.
But what happens if you are in a war, if you enter in a certain place and you smell almonds, you know what that might mean? Cyanuric gas. Okay, because it smells almonds, but the difference is this is going to kill you in 1 or 2 minutes, no more.
Really,
Understand?
teacher?
Yes,
This smells
almonds. Yes.
almonds.
Almonds.
So in the middle of the war, if you smell this, that means be careful
Run.
and run, exactly, or put on a gas mask because you might be killed in a matter of 1 minute or 2 minutes, no more. Okay. And this is
Okay.
a characteristic of cyanide, understand, which is a lethal gas. So this kind of input, you before the war, you only think of it as a pleasure, understand? Like, roasted almonds, where are they? Where are they? Okay, but at the war, this can be a risk of life, understand? When you are walking, for instance, in Guarapari, and you listen to an airplane that is flying over the ocean, do you panic?
No.
No.
Of course not. But if you are in a war and you listen, especially if you are at the enemy zone, and you listen to an airplane, you think, oh my gosh, there comes the plane. They are going to bomb or attack us. And then you immediately try to protect yourself. So you need to adjust all your senses to these, okay? And the problem is many soldiers, if they stay in the battlefield for many years, when they come back to normal life, they listen to an airplane, they panic. Understand? They smell almonds, they might panic. Understand? Because the brain changed all the inputs.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very common. The veteran
Yes.
have
They
a
suffer.
serious problem in your mind, your
Yeah.
life
They are called,
after the combat, after the
yes,
war.
they're called war traumas.
Yes.
Trauma. The same word in Portuguese, trauma.
Yes,
They have been traumatized. Understand?
yes.
Any other specific vocabulary question about this part or no?
No.
No,
Okay. Gloria?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, I can see you now. Can you read this other part for me, please? While these reactions may serve the soldier extremely well,
While these reactions may serve the soldier extremely well in a combat zone, they may not be as useful when he or she is at home. In fact, the soldier may have to spend some time readjusting to being in a place where the potential of danger is low.
low.
This is low. This is because the brain has become used to reacting to certain inputs in a particular way, and we need some time to be trained to react in a different way. For example, on the battlefield, the brain might have learned to react to the sound of an airplane by producing adrenaline to prepare the soldier for action. However, if the soldier is away from the battlefield and hears a plane, this injection of adrenaline probably would help much.
Wouldn't help much.
Wouldn't help much.
Very good. Darth Vader didn't even get close to you today.
Oh, thanks God.
Yes.
it's a nice sound.
Yes. I don't know if my internet is perfect, okay? But
Yes.
it was perfect.
Today
Okay.
is good.
Yes.
For us too.
Yes, it's a new link, as I said. Okay, it's another provider. Let's see if it keeps like this. Okay, any vocabulary problem about this part or no?
No.
No?
No.
No.
Cecilia, can you read this other part for me, please?
Hi, teacher.
You can read until soldiers were killed. I broke it for you, okay?
Okay.
Can you read it for me?
Soldiers, particularly soldiers who have. You can. Okay, teacher. Soldiers, particularly soldiers who haven't been deeply affected by their time in combat, may, like Proust, be overwhelmed by a flood of memories
Of
when
memories.
they flood of memories when they receive certain sensory inputs. While some of these memories may be positive, while some of these memories may be positive, others may be distressing. The 1998 film Saving Private Ryan features scenes of the historic D-Day landed at Normandy Beach. They were recreated in incredible detail. In the battle, many soldiers were killed.
Okay, good. Thank you, Cecilia. Do you guys have any question about this part?
Distressing.
Stressing is something that affects you very much. Okay?
Okay.
Like, while some of these memories may be positive, others may be distressing. That means affect you seriously. Is there anyone here that has seen this movie, Saving Private Ryan?
I watched it.
I
Yes.
watched it.
You have seen? Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
I have seen.
Yes. Anyone else?
I
no?
had seen.
Yeah.
I had seen.
Yes.
At all?
Teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Me.
Who is
Gloria.
me? Gloria, yes, I
Yes.
understood you, Gloria. Yes. I would say that
Many time ago, teacher.
I know,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
Time ago,
I know.
yeah.
Yes.
Many
Yes.
time ago.
But
More 10 years. Yeah.
Yes.
almost
Yes.
20
Almost
years
20
ago.
years. Yeah, almost.
Yes. But I would say that this landing D-Day scene was the most impressive scene I have seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
you-
scene, teacher?
What scene?
when the beginning of the movie, when the soldiers landed in Normandy,
Ah, yeah.
the Germans were at the top of a hill and they had a lot of machine guns pointing down
Yeah.
the beach. And the soldiers, many soldiers didn't even have a chance to walk out of the boats. They
Yeah.
were already killed at the
Yes.
moment they opened the door.
Yes.
Boom. And
Yes.
if you have not seen, it's probably one of the best war movies ever made. Okay, I think it's with Tom Hanks.
Yes,
I'm
Tom
not
Hanks,
Yes,
sure.
Tom Hanks.
the main actor. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Very sad.
But it's a fantastic movie, one of the best war movies I have ever seen. Okay, and what happened when they released this movie in the United States? Many veterans that were there, they had serious problems, understand, because it was so full of details that they just triggered all the memories, like, oh my gosh, I remember my fellow soldiers being killed, understand? Thousands of soldiers were killed at this moment. Okay.
1 or 2 years ago, another film. It's like this one. It's
Do you know
the same scene in the beach in Normandy. We escaped the Britain and French soldiers escaped to England. Yeah, it's.
But do you
it's
know the name of it?
I think it's Normandy. Yeah.
Normandy.
Yeah,
I'll
Normandy.
try to find it.
Yeah, I checked too and send you your correct
Okay.
name.
Thank
It's
you.
a good film. It's a good film.
Yes.
A new film.
Okay.
1 or 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it's good.
Yeah.
I hope I can find it here.
Yeah.
Marcela, can you read this other part? When the film was released,
Yes, teacher. When the film was released, there were reports of veterans, particularly World War II veterans, who grew
deeply.
deeply disturbed at seeing the battle
Scenes. Yes.
scenes. In part, this was because by recreating the signs and the sounds of battle,
Battle.
the film had unlocked many memories the veterans had of the war, some of which were very painful.
Okay. Any question about this part?
No.
No.
Okay.
Teacher,
yes.
the name of the film is Dunkirk.
Ah,
Yes,
I
Dunkirk.
have seen it.
Yeah, Dunkirk.
I have, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
because you said Germany, blah, 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 but actually Dunkirk is in Belgium, near the border, France, Belgium.
It's no the Dunkirk.
But Dunkirk is a city there. I went there to visit the city when I was at my brother's house. It's about 30 kilometers away from my brother's house. And we saw all the places where the battles took place. Okay. Yes, I
It's
know
not Normandy. Yeah, the other place. Yeah.
it's north of Normandy. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, but the soldiers were surrounded by the German troops. Yes.
Yes.
It was kind of a massacre too. Okay?
Yes. I agree.
Yes. Dunkirk. Yes.
Dunkirk. Yes.
Exactly. I have seen it too.
Yeah.
Yes. But when you said Normandy, it's
I'm
Normandy is south of there. This is
in the Mediterranean Ocean.
Normandy.
Yeah. No.
No, I don't think so. I think it's closer to the English Channel.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yes.
Yeah, the D-Day took place in Normandy, not far away from Mont Saint-Michel.
Okay.
That's where Mont Saint-Michel is in France. Probably one of the most beautiful places.
It's the local one, the troops,
the disembarked on
disembarking in the D-Day.
Yeah, D-Day. In English, they say D-Day.
D-Day. Yeah.
It's very interesting, Oscar, because in certain places in Normandy, they still preserve some of the boats and the tanks that were used in the D-Day. They are still there.
Like a museum.
Yes, like a outside museum. So you can still see the actual places where the disembark took place. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but this kind of place has a very bad energy.
I agree.
Understand?
Bad memory too.
Yeah, for me, it was not a bad memory because I wasn't there, but the energy in the place is bad. I think because many people got killed. Okay, many people. Okay, just like visiting those concentration camps. Okay, like my son went to visit. I myself didn't go. Okay. Like where they killed millions of Jews, understand? I didn't go. I decided not to go. Carol, can you read this other part for me? Sometimes triggering memories can be valuable.
Yes, for sure. Sometimes triggering memories can be valued for healing.
Healing, yes.
Every year, many veterans visit the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. The memorial is a long wall into which the names of U.S. soldiers who died in the war are etched.
Etched.
etched. Veterans visit the wall for many reasons, but it is nearly always an experience that draws up
Draws
many
up.
emotional memories. Seeing the names and touching the wall can hurt, but it can also remind people of trusted finding whom they lost to the war. Without the wall, these memories might stay locked in a room.
Okay, good. Has anyone here ever visited this Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C.?
No.
No.
Yeah, this is another sad place. For me, they created this huge wall where there are 65,000 names of American soldiers that died. Understand? It's
How
made
many?
of
How many?
65,000,
Wow.
and it's all black marble, and the name of every soldier is engraved. Here they say etched.
65,000. Wow.
Yes, only in Vietnam. And at the entrance, you have a statue of two soldiers. And I think there is a nurse with them, or a physician, a doctor, a medic, whatever. I don't know. I couldn't identify. But here it says that it's good for the people to see the names. I thought it was just depressing to see so many names of people
Yes,
that were
yes.
killed for nothing in a stupid
Wow.
war. Okay.
Yeah.
Any question about this part?
Yes, etched.
Carol, have
Yes.
you ever been? I know it's not a nice example, but that's the first one that came into my memory. Have you ever been to a cemetery?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the name of that thing they put at the top of the grave of the dead people? That's
Yeah.
called tombstone. Okay. Tombstone.
Okay.
At the tombstone, which is always made of a stone, they etch the name of the people that is buried in that place. Understand? So to etch is like, depending on the material, you can also use the name to engrave, okay? Or etch. Etch is usually made on a stone, okay? And this memorial in Washington, D.C. is also black marble, okay? And all the names of all the soldiers that died are engraved there.
Okay,
So,
I understand.
Not far from there, you have also the Korean War Memorial. Oh my gosh, there are so many
I went
memorials.
to Torres Gêmeas Memorial in New
The
York.
Twin
Me
Towers.
too.
Yes,
Very
yes.
sad.
It's
Yeah.
so sad.
It is,
It's
exactly.
I
beautiful.
have been there
The place is
this year.
nice, but I
It's sad.
left
Yes,
very sad.
yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think I have already told you. I was in New York on September 9th, and I flew out of New York to Los Angeles on September 10th. And one day before, I don't know if it was the same airplane, but it was American Airline, New York, Los Angeles, on September 10th. When the attack happened, I was already in California, okay? But I had the opportunity of going there after the towers had collapsed, and you could still see all the debris. After I was there again when they were cleaning all the debris and removing all the pieces. It's a very sad place. Okay. And now I have been to the memorial that you mentioned, Vanessa. Yes. If you see all the way around, you also have black marbles with the name of the people that died. But there you have about 5,000 names. Okay. The Vietnam Memorial is 65,000. That's 60,000 more names.
Have you been in the Museum of Twins?
The Twin Towers?
Yes, the museum.
Is it at Ground Zero too?
Sorry?
That place is called Ground Zero.
Yes.
Okay, if it's there, yes, I have been. Yes. Okay.
It's so sad because there are many listen to the record for the calls, the family,
yes,
the passenger to the family in the airplane.
Yes.
The moment of
the crash.
The crash.
Hard moment. Yeah.
Yes.
Horrible.
Exactly. Very sad. Another
the
question.
Pilot,
yes.
The pilot too.
Teacher,
Yes.
draws up.
Wow.
Draws up. Brings back to life. Brings back to life.
Okay. Okay.
And the healing.
Before doctors came into existence, before the doctors, a long time ago, you had people that were called healers. Healers are the old doctors that used usually natural herbs to treat people. Okay? Every Indian tribe had their healer. Okay? So healing is the process of becoming better after a disease or a problem. Understand? That's why the old doctors were called healers. Okay? Because they would help people heal. Okay? So they say sometimes triggering memories can be valuable for healing. Okay? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure about this.
Yeah.
For me,
You
it always
you don't dry a tea, a guaco tea, teacher. You don't drink. You don't drink.
Guaco tea yet. This
Guaco tea.
Same conversation. I'm going to be very honest with you. I have tried to find this in 3 places already, but nobody has ever heard. Okay, but I will keep trying. Okay. The problem is that many of the stores are closed because of the lockdown. So at the stores that are open, they don't have guaco. Okay.
I don't know if this is a tropical herb. I don't know.
There is a possibility. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, it is possible. Anyway, is there any other question about this or no?
No.
So we finished reading. I'd like you to please try to do the comprehension. Tomorrow we'll just check. Jesus Christ, it's not possible that you're hot now. I'm freezing my ass here and you're hot here. Oh my gosh. I just felt a certain wind on my face and I couldn't understand.
In the end of the class.
Yes. I don't know if it's really hot or this is the effect of
I just drink a guaco tea now, teacher. Very hot.
Be careful.
Yes. Okay. So I think it's about time to finish the class, guy. Gloria
bye
needs
bye,
some.
teacher.
assistance.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye,
See you
teachers.
tomorrow,
Bye-bye,
all right?
See you
teacher.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Have a
Bye-bye.
nice
You,
evening.
see you everyone
Bye-bye,
tomorrow.
guys.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. See you tomorrow.
You too.